That laugh always gets me at the end. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Friday night. How you all doing? Hope you are doing great. I'm doing halfway okay. Sick like the past 2 days, but whatever. Yeah, I'm all right. Sipping on some alcohol so that I kill all the germs, as always.
Mm. It's
But
so
I'm
good.
glad. What's that?
It's
What
so
you say?
good when it hits your lips.
Yes, but I also got I got my boy JD with me. Can't go nowhere with
Mm.
Mr. JD. You say for Alex? Yeah, like
That's
I never
rough,
drank
man.
before, huh?
No, I mean you're
Mm-mm-mm.
absolutely right. It'll kill the ish out of that cold,
Oh yeah.
but oof, I can't do JD.
Oh, I got my can dry here with it too. So going with ice. I'm gonna
Ryan
be
wants,
was that?
Ryan was showing off his toys, his new toys.
Yeah,
That's when he got
I was
them.
gonna say we're kicking it away like
Well,
Rambo.
only because someone in the chat asked.
Mm.
Was it ML series?
What?
Uh,
Not
Nobody
sure
has
who
to
that.
ask. Just show us. It's fine.
Somebody asked.
Doesn't
They
matter.
asked at me.
There you go. They asked him. They asked the man. Let the man have his time. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing? Hope you're feeling good on this Friday night with the Infinity Equation. We are here. We are live in the building. The place to be. Hope is good. It's been a wild, wild week in the Wild West showdown of the HasLab City.
Yeah, right off the bat. Let's get
Yes,
into it.
it's been wild. But once again, I can't do the show with it by myself. I'd like to welcome Mr. Laser Pants himself. How you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. Thanks. Just playing with my new 6-wheel Jeep here.
I always forget how that how the intro for that show goes. It's like Rambo something.
Yeah, it's just like
I
a
don't,
Rambo, something like that.
I don't remember. I don't think I ever saw the cartoon. But
It was really short. Like they showed it early in the mornings, like before you went to school.
Mhm.
Oh, Tony
Yeah.
did.
And
Tony's
only like one season, I think, too.
yeah, it wasn't even long enough. Well, remember one season was like 27 episodes. Back
Yeah, back in the day.
One season
Some of them were like 50. Like I think He-Man was like over 50 episodes in a
yeah,
season.
it was wild like back in the day.
Mm.
But once again, I can't forget the sexiest wrestler alive, Mr. Alex Sanchez.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
good, Alex. You look a little sleep deprived there, huh?
No. I mean, like I
No?
said last week, we're getting the same amount of sleep. It's just, every few hours, wake up,
Right.
back to sleep, wake up again.
Yeah.
So, but I feel good.
I was like that
Yeah,
song. Wake
the
up.
life of an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got freaking work too, man. Lots of work, new project, which I'll talk about later on
Ooh.
in the future. Some exciting stuff.
He made like later on.
Yeah, well,
he put that long
I mean,
pause in that. No.
I can't talk about it, if it hasn't been solicited yet.
Gotcha.
I know what it is. He's like Jonah Hill from Superbad.
I know. Know what it is? We finally got option for a comic book.
Well, you know what? Oh, you know what? I will say, if I get the opportunity, and I usually do this with every single book I do, I'm gonna hide you guys in there, like in the crowd or the background or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, but I think. Well, never mind. I don't want to go there.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but if you're drawing Conan the Barbarian, I am actually the original inspiration for that character.
Well, thank God I'm not, because I don't.
I'll be in every panel anyway.
Draw shirtless Ryan for.
So you remember how? So he says that I'm the inspiration for Red Sonja.
You're right. I don't see the connection, but okay.
You don't see it? Like,
No.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the shaking and shaking.
Yeah.
How you doing, folks? We're slowly approaching episode 100.
Ooh.
And we got some little surprises in for you for that show. So you don't want to miss episode 100. We got some guests coming through. So guests you don't want to miss. So when we get to episode 99, I'll tell you that. But until then.
What episode is this?
97. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. 90, I think my first episode was like episode 16.
I mean, honestly, like, some of these, like, because we did so many episodes like every week, I don't know who's on what episode anymore. I have to go back and look it up.
And plus, it's almost 100 episodes. That's a lot of remembering.
Yeah, I feel like this is like getting like The Simpsons. Like, I don't remember who's guest starring on what episode.
Yeah. Well, that's why when people are like, remember that episode in The Simpsons where blah, 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 like you said something like that last week. I'm like, okay, which dozens of seasons are you referring to? Because I've only seen like the first 12 or whatever.
It would have to come out like before the year 2000 for me to know anything. Because I don't think I've watched it since then.
Yeah.
What's funny? I've watched every episode.
You've seen every episode?
Like at least about, I want to say 10 times.
Oh, over.
Wow.
Wow. Damn.
Because thanks to Disney Plus too, and then FX before Disney Plus started showing it, FX was showing it. It shows it like Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, it's in syndication. You like get it like almost every day.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the Disney Plus episodes are edited, right, for content or something?
No, I don't think. No. Oh my goodness! Here we go. And we are, folks, already starting up tonight. Let me get some of these super chats out of the way. Mr. Alcatraz, good friend of the show. How you doing, sir? Thank you for the super chat. Hey, yo, the bad boys are here. Welcome back. That's right. Bring on the villains. I like that little picture he did earlier. I was like, yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I was almost saying I want to be Red Skull, but I didn't. I do not want to be Red Skull and take away Stanza 4 because that's horrible.
Hmm.
My man Marty DeRosa. Thank you for the super chat.
What's up, buddy?
Happy Hope debut night. Please explain to Laser Pants the importance of the night.
I don't get it.
Ryan,
is he watching Hook for the first time with Robert?
No.
So, Taz. So if you ever seen Taz wrestle,
you know ECW, the company ECW.
I remember ECW. Yeah.
He was a short little guy. He come in with this. He had a towel over his head. He come in, stand in the ring like this.
No, well, he was like their main good guy for a while there, and his son is wrestling now, and he's debuting tonight.
I think I said it on the show before. I only knew ECW because kids in high school had the T-shirts.
Yeah,
you know,
we used to get like I used to watch it like in '95. It was on public access television, like you know what I mean by public access television, where it's like people like making shows like. I guess they have like public access.
I know.
Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry.
Public access television in Seattle was wild, dude.
Yeah, in the '90s, it was. Well, that's how I learned about porn and like sex and all that. Is because after like 10 o'clock at night, like during the '80s, they used to show like porn stuff. Like there was a show called Midnight Blue, and it was like a weekly porn in the porn industry business thing, kind of. Weekly review, kind of like what we do, but now
New York would be wild, huh? New York just wilds out, huh?
Dude, it was a different time, man.
New York just let anything on cable access TV. Like, hey, guess what? We got that.
That'll actually be our next show. We're going to review Bobby Vala's first comic book.
I wish we got to track down some copies, man. Oh, that would be so awesome.
Yes, Disavowed it is. This is a 3POA podcast, custom made by Mrs. Laserpants. She has a little Cricut machine she makes stuff with.
Is that what it's called? A Cricut machine?
Cricut, yeah.
Strange. That word has like 3 different meanings.
It's like a sport, right?
It's an insect. And it's also a decal maker or something.
It's like a pattern cutter machine. It's pretty cool. You can get, well, I don't want to get too into it, but I'm going to buy some heat transfer paper that you can print on,
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make little 1/12 scale T-shirts, like 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Take it easy, Dante. I see you tipping that bottle a little. It's doing the do.
Sir, what the Empire does, we do it on our own time.
Oh, yeah. Well, Empire. So that's Colt 45 he's drinking, right? Because Billy D.
Did you guys ever hear like rumor? Well, no, I don't know. Like whenever Billy D back in the '90s would people would come up to him at a con and ask him to like sign like bottles of Colt 45, and he would like refuse. Did you guys ever hear that rumor?
No, I would too. Like, why would I want to sign this? This is old. I don't drink the stuff. I just like put on commercial. I don't drink it.
Well, maybe if Colt 45 was still paying him,
right?
Yeah. But this is like the '90s where I first heard it, so that's when he was still like their slogan man.
Really, in the '90s, huh?
Yeah, '90s.
He still has Jerry Curl's hair.
He's always had. Yeah, he's had slick back Jerry Curl since the late mid '80s.
Yeah,
since at least Batman.
Yeah, I'm Harvey Dent.
Even the '70s. Yeah. Yeah. Nighthawks. Remember that movie with Sylvester Stallone?
Oh my goodness!
That's the first time I ever saw Billy D. Was a Nighthawks. play a couple of cops in old New York City, chasing a serial killer in the train stations of Manhattan. Great film.
What's
Gritty.
Sylvester Stallone not
Good
done?
stuff. Sylvester Stallone with a beard.
Yeah.
Right after he did Rocky.
No.
Oh, thank you, Omar. Omar says congratulations on Duck Race. I guess I wasn't watching Thursday, but I did win the Duck Race on Dan Who. Dan Who.
I still have not won one of those things. I think it's rigged.
This is the first time I won, so hey, look, I missed it completely. So Abnoga sent me a picture. He's like, "Oh, come on, Doc Dickinson!" All I hear is Brad's like, "Yeah, Doc Dickinson." And then Dan's like, "Yeah, Doc Dickinson, come on now, come on, yeah!" I'm like, oh, I won. I'm like, oh, my duck won. My duck finally did something. He finally pulled himself together and said, "You know what? It's Christmas time. Let's make a Christmas miracle for this man."
Yeah.
But sorry. So the whole thing we were getting off to we got started with was Hook. Hook is Taz's son, and it's his first time wrestling on TV tonight.
Yeah.
I already know who's going to win because
it's
El Fuego. There's really no competition there. I feel bad for my man El Fuego. I do like him, but he just get beat up.
So, question. By the way, Marty, thank you for that super chat. If tonight's Hook night and it's like a big deal, surely they have something great to talk about on their next show.
You know what? It's not. I think Marty's making a bigger deal of it than it actually is. He's the first wrestling fan I've heard say it's Hook Night. I've never even heard Hook Night actually, but
they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel for guests on their next show. They asked me to come on. I don't know nothing about wrestling. Like a little bit, like Attitude Era.
Well, it's all right.
That's it.
We'll be laughing at you. That's fine.
That's fine. I mean, that's what people do, right?
He didn't know about this dude.
So Muchichiato says when he met Billy D, some guy wanted a photo op with him holding a bottle, and security refused. So there is truth to that rumor.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so let's hop into some news already. Joe Self says Joe Hook is all that in a bag of chips. Oh man. So Dark Horse Comics publisher for sale. This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit more about this.
It actually happened last week. I think the same day that last Friday or something like that. There was like a report in Bloomberg that they were looking for buyers.
Really?
So I mean, Dark Horse Comics, if anyone doesn't know, has been around since '86. Started by a guy called Mike Richardson, who is still half owner. He sold, I think, 50% of Dark Horse back in 2018 to a Chinese like conglomerate, big multi-billion-dollar company. And I think now, apparently, the rumor is from people inside that I guess it's just a bunch of wealthy people have some leftover money from the pandemic surplus. So they're like, we got to do something with it. So I think this is kind of what's happening, is like looking for shoppers to make some money. And Dark Horse has currently they have a lot of IP out there that is licensed out. Like I think the Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
They just got Star Wars back.
Did they?
Yeah,
No.
Star Wars is going back to Dark Horse.
I think they're doing some. I think they're doing some Empire. I forget what it. I forget how they worded it. They're doing some Star Wars stories, but I think Marvel's still doing Star Wars.
It's probably like the same deal that IDW has with Lucas, which is Marvel has the license to do all the Star Wars kind of canon, you know what I mean by
Right.
stories. But when but IDW can do a kids version of Star Wars comics, just one.
Maybe Dark Horse can pick up where they left off.
Maybe cool. Maybe they could do like
maybe
it's like a Legends thing. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. This is the first that I've heard of it. But yeah, I mean, they had Star Wars. They Hellboy 300.
Yep.
I mean, Frank Miller was at Dark Horse for a
Mask.
while.
Yeah.
The Mask. I mean, that was way back in the 80s.
Yep.
Well, no, they brought him back for a hot second. I'm not sure what happened. But
yeah, but it's not like a consistent ongoing thing. I mean, I don't think he's done anything for Dark Horse.
I had Indiana Jones Dark Horse books back in the 90s. Yeah, they did some of that.
So, real funny story. I don't think I ever told this story. So, where I used to work at, this old job where I used to work at. Uh, this woman is like, hey, I forget how we got started. She was like, oh, you like the comics? I was like, yeah, I do like comics. It's like, well, my ex-husband, he works for Dark Horse. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Talking to me a little bit more. I'm listening. You got me interested. You piqued it now. Now I need to know more. And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I could, I'll tell him to send you some comics. When I thought it was just he's going to send some comics, maybe like 10 comics. Cool. I'm happy with that. This man sent a box load of comics. Not just one. He sent 2 boxes.
Long boxes, cool.
No, these not even long boxes. These are just straight up boxes.
Oh, boxes.
He sent it to his ex-wife, and she gave them to me. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
You still have that stuff?
Oh, yes. Yes, I still have it. It's like I have World of World Tanks, or like whatever the game was called, World Tanks. What else did they do?
Well, they also had the Aliens license. They had the Predators license. I mean,
I think I got some of the Buffy. I have some of the Alien book, like 1 or 2 Alien books. Buffy.
My first ever published gig out of art school was Buffy the Vampire Slayer book, a spinoff written by Joss Whedon. I think I've mentioned this story a bunch of times, but it was called Tales of the Vampire.
I think he did send me that. I have to double check. I think I do have that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, it's just wow.
Tank Girl also, remember that?
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why I was obsessed with watching that movie as a kid, because it was rated R.
So bad. It's so boring.
And I know when I finally watched it, I was disappointed. Like, why did I see?
They made Ice-T like a dog man or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot that was Ice-T. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Interesting thing about Jamie, I think his first name is Jamie. I can't remember his last name, but the guy that created Tank Girl, you guys know who he is, like what he's up to these days?
I don't.
Do you know that group, the Gorillas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he's one of the 2 members in the Gorillas. The other member is the lead singer from Blur, but he's in charge. The Jamie, whatever, I think that's his name. Sorry if I'm not remembering it right, but he's the one that creates like the video stuff, like the actual characters that are on all the videos, the animation, all that stuff. So yeah, it's a cool setup, because you don't really hear of like, if you hear like a super group, it's like 2 musicians, but it's not really a musician and like an artist. So I think they write like really great music.
Oh yeah,
the dude from Blur, Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Well, he has guest rapper appearances. So like that was Del. And the first album it was Del, and the second album it was like De La Soul was in there.
Oh yeah.
And then
what's wild when they come in concert, you never see their faces.
Right.
Like they play their videos in the
background. Videos,
and
they even have people dressed up in like the big outfits. Like remember when the Ninja Turtles did their live performances and stuff like that? Like people in costumes also, and like sometimes they do puppets. But it's really creative the way they a concert, one of their concerts goes.
Yeah. Real quick, we did have a couple questions here. Dan Kerman says, where did you hear that Dark Horse Comics was being available for sale?
Oh, well, it's all over the place. The initial report was in Bloomberg News, and then if you go to Comic Book Resources, it's also up there. Bleeding Cool, it's all over the place.
And then Brian, Ron, I think we did talk about. I don't know if remember if we talked about this last week. There was talk IDW is losing Hasbro's license. I think they're losing the GI Joe license. I don't think they're losing all the full Hasbro license. I know it was GI Joe.
I thought I heard Transformers and GI Joe.
Yeah.
Is it?
If the rumor is true, it's Transformers and GI Joe are the only 2 that have been. I haven't heard they're losing the Hasbro license. I heard they're losing GI Joe and Transformers.
Right. I was just heard they were losing certain the last thing I heard was they were losing GI Joe supposedly, and I don't know where that. And I think we did talk about like where that was going to go to.
Brian Rowland says, "I'm sorry, Dante." Brian Rowland says, "My Little Pony 2," but I would be surprised if they lost that one, because that's one of their biggest sellers and has been for years.
Yeah. Oh well. I did not know that. Disavow says, wasn't the actress from A League of Their Own the star of that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I forget her name. At this point, I
She was in
forget.
Point Break. Oh God!
Shoot. Nah. Yeah,
Damn! Come on, Ryan.
I don't know.
right.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
either. Why do you think
Point
about
Break?
that? We got. I don't know. No, I was gonna say, why are you thinking about that? We got super chat from Robert Diaz. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
I was
Robert.
betting that the Sky Striker would take off. They tried to throw us a bone with the Rancor, but came up short. Maybe Hasbro will listen to us now. We will give our final thoughts on Mr. Rancor himself. Rest in peace. Pour a little one out for a little bit for the homie. He ain't make it. He ain't make it. No, it wasn't
Pokey.
Gina Davis.
It's not Gina Davis. She played her younger sister in League of Their Own. Oh God. What was her? Damn it.
Oh, good Lord. Now you're gonna make me look it up.
I'll look at it. You continue. You steer the ship, and I'll.
Let's see. Yeah. So we'll start with this one real quick. I'll have it up. I did just see this today. GW Toys figure body. Ronnie did say you've seen this on V Toys website as well.
Yeah.
I thought this looked like an amazing, like Superman from New York. You put those Timbs on him, he's from New York. He's Superman New York. He ain't
Lori
from
Petty.
no more.
Sorry.
Lori Petty, thank you.
So what website is that on?
This is on bestlystudio.com.
Oh yeah, Bestly. Okay. Yeah, VC Toys Box, a website that I've used many times, has it as well for $31.99, or you can buy 10 of. Well, you can buy 5 of them for $140, or you can buy 10 of them for $260.
It's not bad.
So, yeah. But if it's anything like the V Toys body, that is a solid base body to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the V Toys blank body is probably one of the best figures I've ever posed.
Yeah, because this looks good. I don't have any V Toys. I want to get some of them.
Yeah.
New York NYC figure fanatic said, "Now I'm just going to buy one just to make a Superman New York."
Is that like a version of Superman? New York?
No, I'm just saying with the Tims, he has a face of like a Superman, and you give him Tims, he's New York Superman. He's like, "Yo, I'm walking here, bam, slam the car, get it out of here." Cars in space now at this point. Like, yo, what do you do?
I just a couple days ago I bought a battle damaged Superman like soft goods suit set, like when Doomsday killed him. And I have a V Toys body. I'm going to put it on. In the pictures, it looked like spot on. Looks really good. So,
Megamac, their Moducase cases. Moducase, Moducase.
Make the magic happen in a Moducase. All right, folks. Let's see what else we got on the docket. Oh, let me bring this up. So, Power Rangers had their today.
So good.
And
wait a minute, Alex, are you a Power Rangers fan?
Yeah.
I didn't see a single Power Rangers in your.
Dude, I haven't collected Power Rangers since the original toys in the 90s.
You know why he's getting this? So you haven't fight Godzilla.
You know me like the back of this.
I already know what he said. Woo! He started shaking his hand like, woo! Godzilla's got somebody to fight now.
Well, I mean, I've been looking into the SHF Tamashii Nations. They made a Megazord and a Dragonzord, but they aren't. They're superposable, but they're not combinable. You can't transform them. But this, it's 1 and 144 scale, and I looked it up. I was like, on the computer, it's like, what size is that? And it's between 5 and 6 inches. So it's in scale with my Monster Arts and NECA stuff for the most part. And you will get to the pictures. Look at all the little extra accessories, and it's combinable. It's like perfect.
Yeah. So you're saying each Zord is 5 to 6 inches?
No, I think the whole thing. Oh,
incorrect.
Is it per Zord? Oh.
When you build the whole thing, it's about 11.5 inches tall. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be because
You just got to track down a 12-inch Godzilla. NECA made one.
That's not the
well,
point,
see, the other
Ryan.
ones, like the other
You're rubbing
Megazords,
it in
are
now.
really good looking. Don't get me wrong. The other good Megazords look great, but they're like $600 or $700, like Voltron, and I can't spend that much on them. Even though they
Ruin
come
my-
apart, I just can't do it.
Ruin my night, Ryan.
Sorry. Hey, I actually watched like 5 minutes of that live stream they did this morning. That's all I could take. But I saw it, and each Zord is like the size of a Transformer, like a Hasbro.
Yeah,
Like,
a 5 or
Yeah.
6
you know,
inch.
the regular like $20, $25 ones.
Yeah.
And so when you combine them all, this one is about, someone said 11 and a half, so, basically 12 inches.
The
tall.
only thing so I did pre-order this. I did order this myself because it's just something I can have as like in the background when I set up Power Rangers in the DTOF case. It's just nice, something nice to have. The only thing I'm down about is they didn't paint the Rangers inside.
Okay, they were super impressed with themselves over these Rangers in the cockpit, and I'm like,
I'm actually, now that you mention it, Ryan, thinking that it was a different scale, and I see these Rangers, like, they could have done a lot better. Like, you could throw in a little bit of some paint apps in there.
Yeah.
Like, because they also come with the loose figures, or like on a little stand.
Yeah. So this is what kills me. So that's kind of what killed me about it too. Like, so let me go back up here a little bit.
If you look at the Masterpiece Transformers and their human scale figures that they make, I mean, this is like leaps and bounds below level of like what they can do with the Transformers stuff.
I think I will.
Yeah. I mean, I know prices are going up, but I think I think the price point is there. It's like might be a little high compared to what we would have paid a year or two ago. But if each Zord would cost 25 or 30 like a Transformer, that's about right,
But like I said, the only issue I have is the Rangers in the cockpit are not painted, and the plastic Rangers who stand there on the stands are not painted. They're just in their colors that they are. Like if those were painted, I'm still fine with the 165 price. I'm just saying they could have put a little bit more color into them.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say 5 or 7 years ago or whatever, when Hasbro released the Masterpiece Optimus Prime that came with the little mini Spike and his dad. Those were like 5 POA figures. So, I mean, why were they able to do that, 5 years ago and can't do it with this? Especially
those are much smaller, I think.
No. Well, no. The Masterpiece Optimus Prime is about 12 inches.
I mean, look. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. Well, but the Megazord is way bigger than Optimus Prime.
Sure, but I mean, it's still.
Go
ahead.
Those little Rangers are tiny. I mean, that Megazord.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right. I see what you mean.
But look, I mean, lucky for me, I don't care about that. I don't care about those tiny little Rangers. Right. I just want the Zord.
Right. That's exactly what it is. And it's funny that they painted the Rangers in the headpiece, but they didn't paint the other Rangers. It's like we had enough money just to paint the Rangers in the head, and that's it.
No, wait. Are those sculpted, or is that like a sticker?
I think there's a sculpted head. Yeah, they're sculpted in.
Okay. I mean, still, I would probably never take that faceplate off. I don't care about that at all.
Greg asks, does anyone remember how tall the original Megazord was? I think that one...
It was over 12 inches.
Yeah, I think because it was like the same size as a Voltron, like the original Voltron figure, wasn't it?
So maybe like, I think maybe 14 inches, something like that.
Yeah.
My question is, why was Star Saber a HasLab and this wasn't? I guess maybe because the Megazord is way more popular. Because I'd never heard of Star Saber before.
I think. I think just because this is just something easier to sell.
Well, this is the launch of a whole new line in Power Rangers.
Right. This is like a new line. Yeah.
What is it called?
Zord Ascension. Yeah, this is Zord Ascension project.
Something. Yeah, there you go.
But
I don't know. It just makes me think these HasLabs don't need to exist. But I think
This
we'll
one,
get to that in a minute.
yeah, it's like this one. This one is weird. Like it was a whole. First of all, like the dynamic was kind of off because it was like a whole different team for the Power Rangers team to be on there. I'm like, who are these people? I've never seen these people before. I'm not familiar with them. Like, they tried to have the enthusiasm, but it just seemed like it wasn't there. But and them speaking about it, like I was like, maybe,
Look, can we just get Hasbro to invest in like some lapel mics or something, and not just a room mic? Where I was like, this seems like public access television.
public access.
But whatever. I mean, like I said, I watched like 5 minutes of it just to see the Zord, and then I was out.
There you go. That's all it's about.
Yes, Avenger 78. That's I was mentioning it. Soul of Chogokin is the 6-inch super articulate. So good.
Those are only 6-inch, huh?
Yeah, man. But they're
Now see the thing is like if they did the model kit like they did for Voltron that I have, I'd buy it up in an instant for Megazord.
Yeah.
Like, I would buy it in an instant. Like
I love
because the Voltron one, like you can take it apart and you still have the lines. And then you could, if you did that with the Megazord, that'd be awesome. Like you still take it apart and have all the dinosaurs there.
Yeah, my kid has that the modern Voltron from Playmates, like the Netflix show version. That's a cool toy.
Yeah,
that's a really cool toy, and I think we got it on clearance at Toys R Us when they were going out of business. Yeah, so I think we got it for like. It was like the big box. They all came together because they sold each line separately too. But we got it for real cheap. I wish I would have gotten the retro one, the OG one.
Oh yeah,
I kick myself now because that thing's gone up in price. And
like they re-released it.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a modern Playmates, but it was the retro Voltron. It wasn't the modern Netflix version.
I think I have that one. I think that's the one I have is the Playmates version one because it's tall enough and does the job. So it's like you're good with it.
Yeah, it's way bigger than 12 inches tall. It's pretty big.
I guess we moving on to the one that did get funded. You do is laugh about this. Honestly, this is what you can do. You just laugh about this. Not like it's just funny. It's funny because the Sky Striker got funded. And it's like, oh yeah. They did one last live stream, like, hey, it's funded, folks. Hey, thank you, congratulations, you getting it. Yeah, have fun with it. Maybe Code Commander maybe push you over the edge, but I don't know. But whatever it is, we got it done, folks. G.I. Joe team's giving us those high fives, like, yeah, we did it, guys. O-rings are back. These people loving G.I. Joes. They're like, hey.
Well, the last day, didn't it go up like 6,000 backers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it shot up there. It was like, yo, I don't think they hit all the tiers. I'm trying to remember where all the tiers were.
No, they didn't get the last. The last tier was the crew there, the ground crew. Those didn't get unlocked. But I'm telling you, if that Rancor would have got to 9,000, they would have sold less Sky Strikers because I feel like a bunch of dudes that just want to flip them hopped on the next day because like, oh, I still got money from my Rancors.
Yeah. So like, hey, got your money. Thanks, Hasbro. Can fund another project for you. This one will make me some money. Unboxing art with a super chat. Give me one moment. Yeah, here we go. Thank you for the super chat. Says, why the hell do people want O-rings back? Are people scared of articulated 3 3/4 inch? I don't know. I didn't think 3 3/4 inch was still big anymore.
Dude, so I'm not like big into G.I. Joe. Like I only collect classified and I pick and choose. But that community is divided over the O-ring thing. Like some guys really want the O-ring style back, and some guys are like, no, that's like old. That's on with the new. I guess it's kind of like Star Wars, like the 3 3/4 guys. Like some of them, like five POA is fine. It's what the vintage line was, and other guys like super articulated.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for everybody who got their Sky Striker, who wanted to get it. I'm glad you guys got it. I'm sad for you if that's what you wanted. I still think this shouldn't have been a HasLab. I still think this is something that you could have sold in stores. Honestly,
Mhm.
I mean, absolutely, they've done it. Like
right?
how many times in the past they've sold it in stores?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. Like I don't think this should have been a HasLab. Like I honestly think this is something that could have been in the stores on the shelves, and it would have sold out either way.
I
Well,
mean, they had the Arc, Transformers Arc, and it was $200. That went to retail. I saw it at Target several times. I feel like if they would have made this thing in retail numbers, it would have easily been 200. You know,
Yep.
Of course, with the unlocks, I don't know. It just seemed a tad high. Like I get it, it's new tooling, it's this new cool jet, but whatever. Hey, the fans are happy they got it, so right on.
But it's got to
And
be
then
Cobra Commander. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just
That's
saying,
how
like,
I make you feel. Sorry.
okay, I'm just saying, as far as the O-ring guys go, like you could buy this thing for your modern GI Joes.
Mm.
Sell those O-rings, you're gonna make a killing.
Oh yeah.
I bet they sell for $50 a piece. Like, how many did it come with? It came with Scarlet and Cobra Commander and
like 4, right?
Let's see.
Ripcord.
Two in the
Yeah.
original tier, I think. Yeah.
There's 3,
So 5.
and then 4, 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I
then
bet
you got the extra 6.
Oh no, it's more. It's like
6
because the
and then
original,
7.
the ones that automatically came with the Sky Striker came with 2, right? 2 figures.
Yeah, came with 2 figures.
So then we just 3, then these 2 guys.
Yeah, so it's
we're
the original
talking
2. So this is the original 2 here. And then you got the Cobra Commander that was thrown in there. So
5.
that's 5.
Mhm.
And then they hit the mark
Yeah.
the one, so 13,000. So this is your 6. And then
Yeah.
you got 7. So you got 7
All right.
figures.
7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if they're if
And
you're getting 7 figures and
a lot of accessories. And there,
Yeah.
I think the most attractive thing about the Sky Striker, besides the new mold, is all the accessories it comes with, like the missile effects, launching effects, the thruster effects. I think that stuff is cool. Looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, the accessories, I give them props to, because they threw a ton of accessories on this thing.
Parachutes also.
Yeah.
Parachute pops out of the cockpit. The card backs, which are resealable or come in like a plastic bubble or whatever, like you display it, remove it, display it again.
Now, that is cool, and that's something Hasbro needs to do across all their lines on their retro cards. Like their Star Wars Black Series, when they put it on a retro card, they should make it with the slide out, slide the card out of the plastic bubble, just like boss fight figures. Like I had Bucky O'Hare. You'd slide the card out, you could take the figure out of the bubble.
Exactly.
You could put it all back together if you wanted.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about them. Like their 3 3/4 inch card back, because you can just take it out, play with it, and if you need to, put it right back in, and it's safe and sound. That was beautiful packaging. I'll give them to that. Like they had great packaging on that one.
Yeah, that stand is cool too, man.
Yeah.
That, like, if I was into 3 3/4, I probably would have been in on this.
Yeah. We got super chat from White Mike Vegeta. He says, "Free ketchup and mustard. Thank you for your super chat." Greg says, let's see here. Greg says, Dante, Sky Striker can have engine and missile plums, but Classified can have blast effects for their guns.
Oh, can't have.
Can't have it.
But,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Can't.
It's okay. Valver's got you covered. Hey,
Right,
by the
that's
way,
right.
did you see the pictures Bobby posted today? Huh? Woo!
Yeah.
I wonder why he only posted a picture of my order. That's weird. I was like, well, what about everyone else?
You know what's funny? I go back to my emails, and I have a whole thing of emails where orders are at. And I'm looking like, damn, I got 3. Wait a minute, I got 4 emails from Valver's? I'm like, damn. Like, how much? And I'm looking at him like, good Lord, I ordered a lot. 3 of these, 6 of these, 20 of them. No, all right, let's look. I wish I could play T.I.'s Dead and Gone, because I would play that for my boy. He almost made it. He dropped. He didn't make it. I'm sorry.
Dude, so, okay. I didn't tell this story yet, I don't think, but I was sitting there watching at the final minute, and dude, my heart rate was up because I wasn't gonna back it, but I was like, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna regret this. But I was like, nope, I'm sticking to my decision. I'm not putting my money into this thing. And then it didn't back, and I was like, oh my god, it didn't back. Like a Star Wars HasLab failed. That says a lot. That says a lot about the franchise, and it says a lot about the decisions they made for this campaign.
You didn't know there was a promotion out of this, sir. So they get a promotion out of it.
The people have spoken.
Yeah, I'll say this. This is my rant for the night, and this is me ending my whole argument on this Rancor thing. I'm sorry that it didn't make it. Do not blame influencers, collectors for that. You need to blame Hasbro. In this case, it was Hasbro's fault.
Yeah.
It was overpriced.
Skimping.
Yeah, exactly. Overpriced. They skimped on the rent, like the first set of tiers. That's not good. You gave everybody figures that they already going to get or already had in the regular line. That's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in saying that, I know most people say, well, they did that with Galactus with Silver Surfer. Yes, I was still upset about that, but I understood everybody was not able to get Silver Surfer. So that's a whole different story.
Right. Silver Surfer was $80 on eBay, 80 to 100, I think. And he wasn't the first unlock.
Right.
He was the second. The first unlock was a character we have never gotten before on an all new mold.
Now, back to this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was, hey, we had a live stream. We're getting people pumped about it. People were not happy with the paint. Jaw was dropping down, and it was like, that looks a little suspect there on your prototype when the jaw's not holding up. A lot of things were really suspect.
Paint apps
on that live stream. Yeah, the paint apps. But I think it was before that when they announced it. Like that, what was it? The first and second tier. They were like, "Hey, get your cardboard back. Get your bones."
Yeah.
Nah. That's not good.
Yeah.
I think it was tier 2. I'm sorry, tier 2. You got bones and a cardboard back. Why would you give somebody a cardboard back? And as I stated last week, if this was part of the packaging, that's fine. But you can't put it out there as a tier. If you want to add the bones in there, that should include it with the Rancor. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But don't say, hey, tier 2 at what? 13,500 backers. You get what you get for your hard work and putting all this effort in and your money in? Bones! And some cardboard that we can send you. I wish I could send you the box that they sent my Excalibur set in. The box was damn near bigger than the Excalibur set itself. It makes no damn sense. So I understand why they had the extra cardboard now. Yes, that set right there. Did you get in a huge box?
Yeah.
Yes, for no reason. So I guess that they were like, look, the Rancor didn't fun. We got extra cardboard. Let's send them out in the biggest boxes.
You're silly.
I swear to you, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you give people cardboard cutout? This is not the 80s anymore. We're not the kids that be fooled into this anymore. We are now grown adults. Our minds think like, wait a minute, is that a good deal? Nah, it's not a good deal because I think it was you, Ryan, who said it, or somebody who said it before. If it was cut out where the gate bridge could drop down on the Rancor like it does in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that was Ryan.
That would have been fine. We could have worked with that. We could have said, okay, I can give you somewhat of a dang blasted pass in there. But these bones, I could have 3D printed everybody some damn bones. We could have gone all back. Actually, you know what? You didn't even have to go all back. You know what you could have did? go to Buffalo Wild Wings, ate some Buffalo Wild Wings chicken, and got the bones there, and they would have sized up with Luke. That's
The
what you
scale
could have
checks
did.
out.
Yeah, I'm just telling you that he gonna look, hold it. You just gotta make sure you clean it and wipe it off. Don't make sure he don't get no hot wing sauce on him. But you're still good. Which leads me to tier 3. This is a joke. Tier 3,
That's the well. I mean, either that or the Gamorrean Guard are the two worst ones.
yes, tier 1 and tier 3 are the laughable ones.
This one, the Salacious Crumb, was the one where I was like, "Oh, I'm out," and I canceled my order.
Yeah, I would have been out too, because you're already going to give us this in another box, a creature box. Why are you going to give me this on a single card as a tier 3?
So, are we all in agreement that it should have been off the bat before we get to the next tier? Rancor Keeper off the bat,
yes,
for $100 or less. Less price point.
But Alex, they added the Rancor in for free.
Right. That's
at the last minute.
Right.
Because they were desperate. Which only said to me, we could have done this from the get, but we were trying to rip you off.
Right.
So when would Ula have been offered? Do you guys?
Never.
Ula should have been like tier 2 or tier 3. If they were going to do it, tier 2 or tier 3, that was your Ula. Then you give us at tier 4 Luke, Jedi Luke. Okay, Jedi Luke, I can understand. He's from that scene. You can deal with that. That's fine if you're going to reuse that figure. All right, there's your one-use reuse figure at the lower end. I'm cool with that.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. And the bones and the backdrop are all included off the bat too.
Exactly. Yeah. So tier 1 would have been I forget how you say his name. Malakili.
Keeper.
Tier 1. Tier 2, Ula. Tier 3, I could see like maybe something else from that scene in the movie.
Something, like whether it's the gate that Ryan talked about or the guy who sold the Rancor Keeper.
This?
Something.
C-3PO with the green goo on him from
there you go. Okay, sure.
From what's his name? So let's try spilling on him.
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
So
tier 4, Jedi Luke.
Here's how it should have went down. If we're going to talk about what it should have been at that price point. Malakili off the bat.
Right.
He's just there. And I get that they did that at the last second.
Mm-hmm. With the bones and back.
The fact that they didn't just pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Rancor Keeper off the bat, just like what was it? Bastion was with the Sentinel.
Yep.
That was not an unlock. Tier 2, Ula. Tier 3, the new Luke. Tier 4, Gamorrean.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it should have gone. Oh, and actually, forget the Gamorrean. Tier 4 is the gate.
There you go. I'm down with that. I'm fine with that.
That would have justified the $350 price tag. Otherwise, just the Rancor itself, $250 max.
Yeah.
Just real quick before we go into the next point, we got a super chat here from Unboxing Art says, "Thank you for super chat. Look at Mythic Legion's trolls and what they sell for. It has to expect people to fall for this Rancor trap," which is true.
How much do they go for? Do you guys know?
They're like $80 or $90 when they first come out.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say they don't have the massive Lucasfilm licensing fee.
Yeah.
Which has been estimated to be about 30%, which is crazy. I don't know for sure, but that's been floating around out there. And the troll is not quite as big. The troll is what?
Right.
10 inches. The Rancor is 17 and a half.
We'll see.
But yeah, I'm talking 250 man. And the fact that you can put his arms up in the air and
that's what gets me.
Hip hop hooray!
No, you're not. What are you going to put the Rancor's arms up like that? I was like, hey, he's got that 20. He's not dunking basketballs. He's not playing basketball here. Like he's not going against the Kembe Mutombo. Like,
but I will say it'd be worth it if one 6-shooter did that shot. Rancor, hands above his head, slam dunking a basketball.
I'm fine with that.
I wanted to do that shot, and he's like blocking Steve Nash's shot.
Yes, I had no problem with that. But you can't sell me like, hey, this man's got that 20. Like he's like playing for NCAA. What college will Rancor go to with his 27-inch arm span and 42-inch wide arm span? I don't know. Let's see what college he will go to. Will it be UCLA or LSU? I don't know. Which team will he play for? And they put a little hat on him for the college team that he picks as a play he's gonna play for. Yo, I'm done. I would have bought it at that point.
He plays center for the Coruscant Colonels or something.
Yeah, exactly. For the local community college team. And Rhode Island chooses the Rancor. Oh, you got a little hat on.
Coach Palpatine chooses the Rancor.
Right. Like, yo, like you're trying to sell him like he's gonna be playing for a basketball team. No, this dude is not gonna be playing for a basketball team or football team. He's not gonna be out there catching Odell. Like he ain't gonna be catching balls like he's on the Eagles. Like this is. I'm sorry. Like you can't. You're not sell. Don't sell me on an arm span. I understand arms are gonna be long. Cool, that makes sense. Sell me on like, hey, we got these cool features and details in there. Like even if. And I know it's gimmicky. I know it's truly gimmicky. But I have a little button on there where his little jaw drops down. Yeah, there you go.
Like
or he can swallow full, right? Or he can swallow full figures in him, and there's little like they do with the
open up his belly
figures. Yes, you can open
like
up
the old Tauntaun. Yeah,
exactly. You sell me a HasLab like an old 80s commercial, you might have it. My brain's stupid enough to be like, oh man, this is cool. I remember being a kid loving this. Like, oh, look at that. Oh, he get the open. Oh, you remember how you
do commercials?
Yes, I would love to see do commercials.
Yeah, like I was where did I see some recent toy line? Maybe it was like a Super 7 toy where they had like a YouTube commercial and it was like a throwback commercial. Like, man, they should do those for these HasLab projects.
Yo, if they did that, and I'm sure I'm probably giving Patrick now he's head of global. I'm sure I'm giving him ideas. He's like, it does sound like a great idea. Put it into motion for the next vintage collection HasLab. You'll never get another Black Series. Global, worldwide, I am for the Black Series.
I bet next year they go back to vintage collection. Do some big vehicle.
3 3/4 only, you mean?
Yes, I guarantee.
And then maybe the year after they revisit Black Series, but it'll be a vehicle like the ATST or X-Wing or something.
I guarantee.
But look, I don't know any Star Wars fan like Black Series collector that was like, I don't want a Rancor. Who wants a? No, man. That's when they brought up HasLab for the first time. It's like, oh, Black Series, they could do Rancor, right?
Yep.
This should have passed.
Yeah.
Like this should have. Like when they first showed this on this show, I said, this thing's going to get 20,000 backers.
Yeah,
I mean, you threw the troll in there for free. See, look, everybody was salivating like this Rancor picture shows. Everybody was salivating for a Rancor. They threw that in for free. They threw that little piece of clear plastic in for free.
Let me ask you guys this: I think this Rancor actually looks good. Like, I think the Rancor itself looks good. I heard a lot of people not liking the paint apps.
Yeah, no, they did. They said it's it looks caked on. And the color is a bit off. I mean, he's like a little too doo-doo brown.
See, I was about to say something rude. I was going to say something rude. Never mind. I'm like, there's a lot of people who wear caked on makeup that should be wearing makeup at all.
Well,
like,
I mean,
take a knife and cut it off like.
I thought it looked good too, but I mean, I stand with them. Improve the paint job too. Maybe you would have sold more.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, the paint job is at the bottom of the list of things that they could have. I mean, first and foremost, what they offered and at the price that they offered it.
And then, did you see the statement they put out the next day?
Yeah. Just like this is like basically like saying like this is what crowdfunding is about. You can vote for stuff to get made or not. Yay democracy kind of.
Wouldn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? And I said this from the get go. We all knew it was going to happen. They won't blame us. And I bet you in the internal meetings, they're probably like, we offered them something on the Black Series. HasLab project. They didn't want it. That tells us the demand's not there for it.
Oh, it's
I think it's there, man.
Yeah,
I think it's there.
We know. The thing is, I'm saying we know it's there, but you know how they're looking at it from a marketing perspective. And
well, that's how they're going to spin it. that the demand
Exactly.
was there.
That's what I'm saying.
Therefore, we, like that's kind of what they dangle before this whole thing gets going. It's like, this is the only way it could get done, and if it doesn't
Right.
get done, it's not going to get done if it's not crowdfunded, which is not true. I mean,
Exactly.
this is definitely a retail item. Like this can be sold at retail,
Just
even if it's just with the Rancor Keeper.
100%.
Yeah.
Forget about the bones. Forget about the
Oh my-
backdrop.
There you
I mean,
go.
I know you've been saying that. You've been saying that.
But no,
since the
I'm saying
beginning.
that's how you could do it at retail. Like they did with the Thanos Deluxe series figure. You see how the back was like his throne? You could have like Ryan Tinchell, like, hey, you have Thanos stand on the box and have his throne in the background. You're cool. That's what they could do with the Rancor. Have that back cardboard as something you could take out. Probably don't cost a whole lot of money for it. And just have the Rancor Keeper with the figure, and that's it. You're done. Boom. Maybe about $70, $80. Probably, I'm probably cutting it really low with that price. But it may be a little bit more. But you can put it on the shelf, and now you have your Black Series, because that'll sell out. That's not going to sell on shelves. I'll tell you right now, Target is not going to have no problem pushing those out.
Yeah.
And and once again, I'll go back to History World. What did he say? What did he say when Jesus was in the restaurant? He's like, push the wine. Go ahead and push the Rancor out there in the store. Push the Rancor. All right. So push the Rancor. Yes. Real quick, let's go through some of these comments real quick. Ken B said, I don't see them making half-naked alien slave women a politically correct comment these days, especially with Disney at the helm. See, everybody says that, but I think they will slide with this because they did slide. Remember, the Legends team did get slide with the Hellfire Club. So I think it has to be just exclusive to the website where you can purchase it.
That could be totally true.
It could be. I could see it going either way, Ryan.
Even Steve Evans made a comment on Instagram. He said, "I don't even think Ula can be made nowadays."
Right.
Wow.
But you know what? Grab your balls. Tell Disney, no, we have to make this character. It'll make us $4 million.
They can't.
Exactly.
They can't. I mean,
they can. Who else is going to make Star Wars toys? You going to give it to Jazzwares? You going to give it to Mattel?
No, I'm just saying. Look at the evidence before. It's like Princess Leia in that outfit is not.
They made Princess Leia under Disney.
It was a while for Black Series, right? The last one. How many years ago was that?
It was 20.
What was that?
2014?
Yeah. So I mean, since then.
But what I'm saying is, try. I feel like they're not even trying. I don't know.
No.
I think it's ridiculous. You know what we need? We need some good customizers over there in Hong Kong to get us some Ulas.
There you go. And then speaking of that,
not customizers. Sorry, I want to correct myself. Third party.
There you go.
Yeah.
Daniel Kermer says Rancor as an NBA MVP. Tori Brown says, I will not stand for the Steve Nash slander.
A lot of people are mentioning what Marvel has done. Even you, Dante, mentioned Hellfire Club.
Right.
But that's not under Lucasfilm.
Which I understand. It is still, but I understand it's under Marvel. But I remember with, I think it was either Dan or Ryan was saying like how they were able to get away with making the Goblin Queen because she was just exclusive for SDCC, which would be the same like almost in this case too with Star Wars. If you did Ula, she could be like she's that exclusive for this. That's all you're gonna ever. She don't have to be retail out there. Just do the same thing like you did like the Marvel team did with the Goblin Queen. You know, you can have Ula like, hey, Ula's only exclusive for this HasLab. That's it. You're never gonna get her. This is it. It's done and over with.
But I'm just saying, look, Marvel. If Marvel was still just Marvel, not under Disney, they would be doing anything they wanted, right?
Right.
But
I think, and it was mentioned that Lady Deathstrike and the Hellfire Club were made, right? But with Star Wars, you got Lucasfilm in between. So if there is some mandate, no Slave Leia, no Ula, that could be Lucasfilm, right?
Sure. Right. Yeah. Yes. But I think you guys are kind of glossing over what like the theme of the characters that you're comparing are. You're comparing Hellfire Club characters, which are, what they are, to these Star Wars characters, which in the storyline purposes, they're slaves. Like, I think more than anything, that's what like the PR part of it is.
Well, they should tell the outrage mafia on Twitter to shove it. Okay.
Or they're going to do what they're doing right now, is just not even broach
Right.
the subject.
Not bring it up ever.
Because I also heard at the very beginning, which turned out to be BS, is that the reason that the Rancor Keeper wasn't offered as even one of the first tiers is because he was a big naked guy, you know, like they didn't want to. And then, you know, a day later, like they throw him in. So
how many people? Wait a minute. How many people have shirt? Like she has a shirt. He has no shirt on. Like he's not like hey. He's not like Meatloaf from Fight Club.
I mean, they don't even call her Slave Leia anymore. They call her Hut Slayer Leia. They could call her Prisoner Leia. They could call Ula Jabba's dancing Ula, or dancing girl, or whatever.
Yeah. Everybody just been calling her Ula anyway. It's not like they've been calling her like Slave Ula. We just call her Ula. Like that's her name, Ula.
It's like Sharnimus said. If it wasn't for that damn Florida man, we would get an updated Leia. We would have got Ula. Give the perverts what they want.
It's always Florida. Nick still says Rancor is definitely going to play ball for Maryland. Greg Finstead says, "Look at the Rancor can grab Galactus' shoulders. It's so special." I guess he's going to get. He's like Rancor will be like a little monkey, and Galactus ain't like, "Come on, little monkey." He's like Michael Jackson with his monkey. That's what it is. Michael Jackson and his monkey. Galactus is Michael Jackson. The monkey's Rancor. Yeah, Bubbles. Yes,
Bubbles the chimp.
Exactly.
Look. Hasbro put out a naked pig man. He's got no pants. Got no shirt.
Porky Pig.
I want that.
Do you?
Yeah.
They're in stock on Target.com.
Yeah.
In fact,
did regular Targets.
I said .com.
No.
They ship it to your house.
Or you can get laserpants.com and order off of there.
Yeah.
If I see one, I'll grab it for you.
There you go.
No, that's all right.
Always in stock.
No, you're getting one now. If I see it at Target, I'm shipping you one.
I appreciate it. Robert Diaz for the super chat. Thank you very much. This new Rancor with wacky arm flailing 2-man action. Very true. Buddy. Yes. Dom Chichiro says Rancor looks like Palpatine to see if he should take the shot. Palpatine says, "Do it." Oh my goodness, y'all are hilarious. Oh my goodness.
The Rancor has gold medal for reach around distance.
There you go. Left Coast Grass says if Funko can make Ula, Hasbro can make her. That is true. I don't know. I mean,
that I saw that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not.
Funko make everybody
doubting him, but yeah, if they can, why not?
All right. Scruffy, that's a little bit different. He says wrestling figures are topless. That's a little bit different because that's their gear that they wrestle in. Yeah. So that's what they're shown on TV in. I understand what you're saying in that case.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with like the skimpiness of Ula's outfit. I really don't. I think it's the actual theme of the character. Yeah,
she's characterized. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Robert Diaz with the super chat. Thank you very much. Says the 06 Detroit Lions try harder than the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series team. Woo! Tyler says hut dancers. If they make a 3-pack, like a 3-pack of them, there you go. Yeah,
that's Mucciato's last comment is pretty funny.
WWE figures have no
nipples.
Oh, good Lord. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. All right, moving on. That's it for the Rancor.
So we're done with this?
Yes, we're done with the Rancor. He's dead and buried.
Well, we are, but the 3POA is not. We got one more show about this.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
I called it. Our next episode is called "Beating a Dead Rancor."
If you can't beat the dead Rancor, if you can't beat the horse, you might as well beat the Rancor. I did see this real quick. I am a big Dante fan from Devil May Cry. You know, hey, look, when somebody got the same name as me and he look cool, I got rep for the man. Don't know if I would get it. It's 1/6. There's no spot. There's no spot.
Well, I mean, at least he's got his nipples covered.
Yeah.
With the strap.
Yeah. Strap and coat. Like he's got both on, strap and coat. He's extra covered. It's not gonna be no nip slips for him.
Just to backtrack a little bit, Eric Alfred super chat, if you want to bring that up.
Yeah. Let's see. Thank you for super chat. I call my girl a sex slave and she loves it. I don't see the issue. No kid is back in this thing. They need to let it go.
Well, that's the thing that I wanted to highlight is like no kid is backing this thing. I think these crowd-funded like the HasLabs and even like the adult collectibles, and you can throw in every company that we talk about every week on here. It's like I think there's like a little bit of a disconnect. If you're going to market and advertise and sell to adult collectors, you can't put like kid-centric guidelines, when you're producing these toys.
Exactly.
Just something to think about.
I know you didn't want to talk about this, Alex. The Dark Knight's Metal Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah, that's a weird scale. I think it's like 1/9. Is this like a new scale that's popping up? That's all the rage that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, it's
Beast Kingdom. Beast Kingdom, okay.
Yeah.
And they only do like a 1/9, right?
This looks like a Mego doll. His head looks massive, man.
Yeah, it's weird. I think with the wings, it makes it look a little bit smaller, but because they don't have the wings on there.
Maybe that's the way he's drawn in the comic. I've not read it.
He is, yeah. That's the way he's drawn.
It is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got a really big head.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like this is
lots of accessories.
Yeah.
It's just 1/9. It's like, what do you do with that?
Exactly. That's what we talked about last week with that Joker.
Yeah.
89 Joker and Batman. Like,
is that also the same company making the
yep.
89 Batman? Okay, there you go. Yep.
Blake
down with that Batman license.
Yeah, you got it. Blake Quam said with the super chat, thank you very much. I'm late. Happy to see the band back together. Thank you, Blake.
Thanks, Blake. Let's see.
Tyler also asked, since it was announced, what are your guesses for a Marvel Fan First Thursday?
Raimiverse.
Yeah.
Because it's the day before, or it's the day of Spider-Man coming out in the UK. Yeah.
Well, was it that Thursday or Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right?
The live stream is Wednesday. The movie comes out Thursday, but the movie comes out the 16th in the UK. That's what Dan Hu said.
Okay.
I'll take his word for it. I think he lives there.
They said, Dan said that the barrel is going to be revealed for who that's for, and I think everybody was saying Bone Breaker for the barrel.
Yes.
I assumed it was for Donkey Kong from the old Donkey Kong games where he's throwing him at Mario. That's what I put on there. Like I thought that's what he was doing with them barrels. I don't know.
Has Jakks Pacific done a Donkey Kong in their World of Nintendo line? Because I would buy that.
Ooh, I think they did, and a Diddy Kong also.
They did Diddy for sure. I don't remember ever seeing Donkey.
I have to check because I have a Donkey Kong upstairs and I don't know who made it. Honestly, I really don't remember who made it. Let's see. Nick asked, "Yo, who makes that Dante? I love DMC3 Dante the most." Who was that?
The who?
Is that like a third-party company?
Amos Toys. ASMUS Toys.
Ryan, Nick Steele says they did make a Donkey Kong, and he has the figure.
Oh, there you go. I gotta go track it down. I bet it's expensive. It's probably old.
Oh, Scruffy Nerd says they're re-releasing it soon.
Oh, nice. Oh. There you go.
A Donkey.
All right. Looks like I'm getting a Donkey Kong.
There you go. This one was a weird one that everybody was hyped for.
Yeah,
for Animaniacs. I was surprised. I do like the Animaniacs. I did not know people were going to be hyped for these.
I'm not surprised. It was such a great show.
It is a great show, but it's once again the Super 7, which just
So this wave has 5 figures. Usually Super 7 is 4.
4, yeah. Well, I think they're small on the smaller side, so maybe that has something to do with it.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, are they 6-inch? I know that.
No, I don't think they're 6.
Not all of them. Maybe the 3.
7-inch. They're 7-inch scale.
Yeah, they're 7-inch. That's
See,
what Super 7 does. Is 7-inch.
that's the one I don't like how they mess around with the scale like that. Like if you're gonna make 7-inch figures, cool, but make them in scale to the line. So like, let's see. Can you go to the main picture, Dante? Yeah. Okay. So there's 7-inch figures, but it looks like they're in scale to each other.
Sure. So maybe Wacko is 7 inches.
Yeah, I mean that's correct scale for all of them. He's like the older
Or-
brother.
Yeah.
And
Yakko.
she's a youngest, so yes, yeah. So it looks like okay, good on them. But you know what you're gonna get with the
Exactly.
articulation.
So
Looks
they're
great.
still 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna be 55.
Okay.
Lots
Yeah.
of accessories,
So-
which
Those 5 figures for me in Washington after sales tax
Hmm.
is $302.50.
Damn.
So $275 if you're in Delaware, like Dante.
Yeah.
$275. What can I say? All right,
I don't
can't
know.
do it. It's crazy.
would you though
That's-
if they were at a
No.
lower price point?
Maybe if they were at
Like,
a
is
lower
it something
price
that
point,
appeals to you
maybe.
guys?
way lower?
Yeah. You had to
But
be
I mean,
spending like
these
30 or
20.
yeah, 30. I'll give them $30. I'll say $30 because they do come with a lot of accessories. So I'll say even $30 would
Look,
be my
I'll
limit.
I'll give $40 to the Plunderlings, but they're
Yeah.
a little shop. They're a couple people. You know, they're a startup.
Yeah.
Super 7 is 55.
Almost everything. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much everything is like $55.
And I say this as a guy that pays $80-$90 for a Mafex, but I don't know, man.
Yeah. Dama Chichiro says there's 7-inch scale, but I think Brain is like 5 inches. Now I think they said Brain is 7 inches over here, which is the wildest part about that. Like Brain is
way.
7 inches.
There's no
don't-
way.
Let's see. Narf Pinky is
That would
7
make
inches.
the 3 main Animaniacs like
Yeah,
8,
Brain
9,
7
10.
inches.
Wow.
Yeah, Brain
You know-
7 inches as well.
You know the perfect company to make Animaniacs figures would be
Who?
Jack's Pacific. Make them
Yeah.
like just like the World of Nintendo
Oh, the World
figures.
of Nintendo.
Yeah.
Those are great little figures, man, and they're $10 a piece.
And see, I like Pinky and the Brain. I want Pinky and the Brain the most. of all.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you get a
I'm-
lot of accessories, those
Dude,
guys. I mean, a
I-
lot.
Yeah.
I love this cartoon, and it hurts that there's really no good figures of them until Super 7, and obviously I'm not getting them. But
Hmm.
This
I
was-
absolutely
mean,
love, dude. I love Pinky and the Brain, man.
I know.
Pinky and the Brain.
This was out said.
holds
This was out
up.
said.
This cartoon holds up so
Yeah.
freaking well.
Yeah. Yo, if I think I might cave in if they do a Slappy the Squirrel.
What if they do the pigeons? The good
I
pigeons.
don't care about the
Or what
pigeons.
are
I
good
really
feathers.
don't care about the pigeons. I want Slappy and her nephew. That's all I want.
Mhm.
I'm good with that. Or Chicken Boo. He wear this guy.
Oh, yeah, Chicken Boo, yeah.
Guys, he's not a man. He's a
That's a
chicken
great
boo.
show, man.
Yes, I will. Yo.
How about
Those
the
are-
good idea, bad idea skeleton
Yeah.
dude?
Yes.
Good idea. Love that.
Jamie Lampard says 7-inch scale doesn't mean that every figure is 7 inches. They're saying here that all these figures are 7 inches.
Oh, he said
I'm-
Jack sucks.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, for what they do, those Mario figures are nice. I mean, they're nice
Mhm.
little
Yeah.
figures. They're not
Super
like the SH
articulated.
Figuarts, of course.
But they're still
Right.
super articulated.
No, they're not. Jack's is not super articulated. Figuarts
No, then
is.
I'm thinking of maybe the Tamashii Nations ones.
Yes, you are.
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but even Tamashii Nations is $30 for a Mario.
Yeah. No.
You know,
All right, so moving on to Boba Fett. My
Big-
Bat Pass. Guy
Big
Jets.
Boba Fett. Big Boba. Big Fett.
I bounty hunt for Jabba Hunt to finance my vet. Wiki, wiki, wiki.
Wiki.
Finally, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, I like this Fett, and then someone posted a picture of him next to the Figuarts, and I'm like, oof, oof.
Yo,
Like the Figuarts
people
look so
snapping
much
like-
better.
We were standing like, yo, how come he doesn't have cloth goods on?
Oh, I know, man. Like those legs, I'm like regretting pre-ordering it. Like I might cancel it because I have the Figuarts pre-ordered, and that's coming in like I think February.
This
This one-
empty hammer pants. Uh-oh.
It's like, like, what is that? Like, because I was looking at that, I'm like, look at that knee. Look at what is going on. And then the solid plastic skirt piece in the front. Oh.
Oh,
And by the way, they got the colors all wrong. Like, you put this next to the figure arts, and this dude looks like cartoonish. Like the colors are too bright or something, or the helmet's too squared off at the top. I mean, the face sculpt looks great. Looks spot
the
on.
face sculpt looks great. I'm just like looking at his parachute pants. Like, yo, my man stepped out in the '90s. He's like, yo, I'm ready to rock. Where's the party at?
Oh yeah, dude, they're calling this a deluxe, just like they did Cobb Vanth.
Yes, I think we talked about this is not a deluxe figure. This is not a
there's
deluxe
a version
figure.
that comes with the throne, isn't that that?
No,
This is
there's
it.
no throne.
This is the throne room.
No,
Boba Fett. That's
No.
what it's called. Throne room Boba Fett. This is where he's sitting on a throne and supposedly in this suit.
of course, if he sits on a throne, his robe piece is going to be sticking straight out from his knee.
So hold on, I got a question. Are his pants brown or are they black? Because here everything looks black. In these prototype pictures, they look
black.
brown and black.
So
They're supposed to be black.
yeah, if it's screen accurate, it should be a very dark brown.
Okay.
So in certain lighting, it might look black.
Okay, I'm just wondering because looking at it in the box, it looks black.
Dude, he comes with a helmet, a jetpack, and 2 blasters.
How is that a deluxe?
They just spread it out in the pack in a bigger box and said, "Oh, $32."
They couldn't just have a backpack attached to them.
Black Series is going off the rails, dude. Like, I don't know what they're doing.
You wear a disguise to look like a Black Series guy, but you're not a figure. You're an overpriced figure.
Yeah. Scruffy Nerd said same amount of accessories as Black Coat Fett. And isn't he all soft goods? He's like
I
all
think
soft
so.
goods.
Yeah.
I don't. They're tripping, dude. This is gouging because they know everyone likes Boba Fett and his figures sell really well. So, like, spread the pieces out. We'll call it a deluxe. Get an extra $10.
You pre-ordered Bill Burr, Ryan?
Of course.
Favorite comedian, right?
Yeah. Like, well, yeah, he probably wins out over Chappelle for me. I love Bill Burr. Like, his Monday morning podcast is hilarious.
Bill Burr is hilarious. I do like him.
I want to get a few of them. I pre-ordered the case from Entertainment Earth, and then of course Dorkside ships first. I'm like, of course.
That's why you always pre-order both, and then you just cancel.
You know what? That's what I did with the Spider-Man wave, the retro wave coming up. I ordered it everywhere, dude.
Just to make sure I'm like, all right, who's going to ship it out first? It's the race. Hasbro? Not today. Oh, wait a minute. Dorkside? Maybe. Entertainment Earth? It's close second. BBTS? Well, they say sorry about
BBTS.
your damn luck. They say sorry about your damn luck. It might be next March you get this. I'm like, okay. Bro.
Yeah, I got that figure arts coming. I think I'm going to cancel this one. I know the figure arts is smaller, but I'll put them on a flight stand in the display.
So the SHF Boba Fett. I don't know if I have a picture of the SHF Boba Fett. If I can find it, I'll show it, Greg.
Oh, it was up on Instagram. Here, I'll find it. You keep going.
All right. Next up is the DC Multiverse 2022, which they're bringing back. I think isn't this like now under McFarlane? God. I think I might have a heart attack on this one. Because I think this is going back on. This is under McFarlane. They're bringing it back, huh? I can't remember.
Yes, DC Collectibles is coming back under McFarlane.
Please, Todd, don't touch him. Don't touch him at all. Right. Nice thing about
sharing.
these.
Oh, sorry. I'm sharing my my screen. Is it flashing for you, or is that just for me?
It was flashing for me. There you go.
Still flashing?
Yeah, hold on.
Let me stop. Now I'll start again. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, sometimes it does. I think it's just
It's good now. You can share it.
Why is it sharing like that?
I don't know. There it is.
There you go.
Soft goods. And yeah, in this one, his robes look a little more black. But still, like the colors are more muted. The helmet looks shaped right.
Right.
Yes, I pre-ordered them. I think it was 75, 80. But I mean, that's it, dude. Like, it looks so good. I just hope it's better than the SHF Mandalorian they did, because as soon as I got that, I was like, and I sold it.
This is good. I definitely can't wait. I'm not ordering any of them, honestly. Like I said, if they come out with some more Sith, I'm with it. Anymore, if they're not coming out with Sith Lords, I'm down. I'm not down with it. Also, which brings me to I forget to say this earlier. They're coming out with a new Star Wars game, and I can't wait to see that. It's called Star Wars. Yeah, it's Eclipse.
Eclipse.
And then it looks like it's during the High Republic era. So yep. I'm super happy about that. They show it looks like maybe Yoda standing there in the council.
Why are you happy about the High Republic area?
Because there's still Sith Lords around.
It looks like it takes place like it could take like it's closely like the timeline is close to like episode 1 because they show Coruscant.
It's 200 years before episode 1.
No, well, I don't know if this is the High Republic. I mean,
it is
in between. Oh, it is. I thought it was in between.
No.
Damn. Well, I mean, I think the game still looks great though.
Yeah, I'm fine with the High Republic era because you still have like
connection to the comics or anything.
But the nice thing, like, because I've been reading the High Republic comic, and what's nice about it is like you got a plethora of other Jedi. It's not just Luke focused. You're seeing like other Jedis do their thing. Like there's one Jedi who's losing his attachment to the Force, and he doesn't know why he's losing it. Which it's kind of a decent story. But then you have Sith Lords out there who can still be like, hey, you know what? Let's go wreck some stuff on some Jedi. And you have other characters out there that are like, hey, you know what? We can punch up some Jedi. You all ain't nothing.
You mean like the Sith Lords are still active, like they're not like in hiding or whatever,
right?
Yeah,
but you also have like other groups.
Any of that. I just read up on. I went to this website and I saw it's a massive multi-playing role-playing kind of game.
Oh Lord, never mind.
It's. I think it's going to be great, man. It's
When you said it was an MMO, that means it's going to be PC, and I ain't got time for that.
No. Well, I didn't say if it's going to come out on consoles or PCs, but it's kind of like a big sandbox game. It could be something in between. They didn't get too specific, but it could be something in between, like Grand Theft and like whatever the big, massive
Crackdown
thing is. Yeah.
You guys remember Crackdown? Crackdown was awesome.
Yeah, me and my buddy used to play that all the time. We love destroying everything.
like take Crackdown and just put an Incredible Hulk skin on it.
Oh my goodness, that game
would that be dope? Oh man!
But you know what? We might have high hopes for that because they're coming out with a new Wonder Woman game. So they may do that. They may do something like that. You'll probably start on Themyscira, and then you move into the city with Steve, and then you move to his apartment. He's like, hey, are these good pants to wear? These seem like they're parachute pants and they're not really good.
Did you guys ever play DC Universe Online?
Yes, I played it when it first came out.
Me too.
It was good stuff. I was a villain, as always.
I created the X-Men team in there. But anyways.
Lord have mercy. With the DC Multiverse come back out, hopefully they'll still keep it in the same vein. They did announce DC Batgirl, deceased Batgirl, Flash, Unkillable's Red Hood, Deathstroke, Nightwing, Supergirl, Superman, and Harley Quinn, which I got a couple pictures up here. I think these were the last prototypes they showed before they went defunct, and now that they're back, so we should be getting these.
I tell you what, man, they look better than McFarlane figures.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm happy they're back. Yeah. But they're in a smaller scale. That's the only issue.
Well, they're 7-inch scale, and then there's McFarlane's 7-inch scale, and McFarlane's 7-inch scale is like 8-inch scale.
No, these are not 7-inch. These are more like around. I want to say like 5.
No,
5-inch.
Those are 7. I have some of them.
The Multiverse ones.
Yeah, the DC Essentials. Yeah.
I thought they were like around a 5 or 6-inch.
No,
guys.
You're thinking DC Icons.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
Nope.
Guys, just a little bit of breaking news. Brian Rowland posted in the Infinity Equation group a report by the Hollywood Reporter that says Robert Kirkman's Skybound in talks to acquire G.I. Joe Transformers publishing license. Just to harken back to what we talked about.
Wow.
So
I
just those two, it seems. So
I I had a feeling that G.I. Joe was not going to stick around.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow.
Skybound, I don't know. Because you know what? I have faith in Skybound. I think they would do good with it.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Well, I mean, anyways.
What are their thick books? I forget the multi-story book they were putting out was pretty good because I liked how it had different stories from each of the books that they were producing.
Why do I know the name Robert Kirkman?
Walking Dead creator.
Dead.
Gotcha. Never seen it. Never read it.
You watched the show though, right?
No, I've never seen it. Never seen the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
the
show's trash. Yeah, the show's trash. Just read the comic. You're better off.
When that show first came out,
you didn't like the first few seasons?
No.
Wow, that was all the craze, man.
I know. I watched a little bit of it, and it's like,
what about you, Ryan? No interest in zombies or?
No, I did. So it's one of those things. I was like, oh, I'll wait for a season or two to come out, and then I'll like binge it or whatever. It was when binging first started, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm
then
like that too for most.
Yeah, and then I just had a bunch of friends to me. Oh, like it's only good in the first season, the first 2 seasons, and I was like, well, nah. Like same thing with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't want to wait 2 years between seasons or whatever it was, so I was like, well, one day I'll get to it, and then like, I guess the last 2 seasons were just trash, and so I was like, nah, I'm gonna skip it.
There you go. Let's see. They did.
Yes, Jamie Lynn Parks. I did watch Invincible animated show. It was excellent.
Yo, Invincible is awesome. The book's even I was just wondering how they're gonna do some of the parts around the book because the book is wild. It's just like Invincible's just wild up there, like with Berserk, but Berserk I think is more wilder than Invincible. But they did announce Ink, Blight, and Batwoman Unmasked, which we did kind of see already. The Build a Wave of Endless Winter, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Black Adam, Batman, Aquaman. I don't remember who the Build a Wave.
But no pictures of those. They didn't show any pictures.
I think this might be a.
Oh, just renders or just artwork.
Yeah, artwork.
That's cool. Is there any that I'm gonna want? Because they're a little bit bigger, I would only get man, it would be cool if they did Solomon Grundy.
So like,
actually McFarlane could do Solomon Grundy.
Oh yeah,
that's his wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I know this one's Future State Batman. This is I forget. This is one of the Future State. No, it's one of the Future State Batmans. It's oh my goodness, it's Lucius Fox's son. Yeah,
he becomes Batwing.
Well, in this story, he's the new Batman, and Bruce is broke. You know, he has no money. He's just like winging it. He has no place to live. Like,
how did Bruce get broke? Did he invest in like?
No, another. I think what happened was because it's been a while since I read it. Like another company took over and took all the company, took over Wayne Enterprises.
Nah, that's a horrible story. That would never happen. Bruce Wayne's too smart.
And it was like, it was some new company, that some new like kind of law company, and they outlawed vigilantes. That's what it was. And they were hunting down the Batman because they're like, look, you can't be a vigilante unless you were registered with them.
Bruce put all his money in Bitcoins as scruffy nerd.
That could have happened too.
Is Bitcoin falling again?
No, Bitcoin's still rising.
Yeah, Bitcoin's.
Bruce Wayne invested his money in Sentinel knees and April O'Neil knees.
Yeah,
it must have been the April O'Neil knees because them knees keep falling down even on a stand. She can't stand for anything. She can't stand up for home rights. April, you gonna stand up for your rights? Nope.
For your rights.
No, I can't. I don't want to stand up for my rights. I have nothing to stand up for.
Leave her alone.
You're right. There's no need to.
Oh, Josh said Bitcoin had a big drop last week. Okay.
But it always comes back up. I'm not too worried about Bitcoin. I don't have nothing in it.
That dark side, man. We should bring that up.
Yeah, this one I want to get, but it's just it's that scale again. Like we were talking about. It's 9 inches tall.
That works. That works, man. That's dark side.
That's gonna be huge, though. Like if you're gonna pair him up with your 6-inch figures.
I think my
Yeah.
Storm Collectibles Dark Side is 9 inches, probably. He's huge.
But he's not big and bulky like this one is.
Is
I
it
think
9 inches or 1/9 scale, or what is
no,
this?
it's 9 inches tall. It's 1/9
Oh, then
scale.
that should be fine. That's
That
perfect
totally
then.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the in New 52, Dark Side could like get huge, and I got the DC Icons Dark Side. It's like I don't know, probably 12 inches tall.
Well, I think I'm just thinking of the scale of the Mayfix Superman now because I call that's my definitive Superman at this point.
Yeah,
Mayfix.
then you would probably want to go Mezco Dark Side. That would.
Yeah. But this, I would love to have this. This one's good because you
Looks
do get
cool,
the
man.
you get the eye beams that light up on different hands. I'm just curious about the art. The articulation seems very limited in him
Because of his armor.
That wrist joint looks horrible.
That's what else I was scared to bring up because that kind of got me. I don't know if it's like that or not, and that's what kind of threw me for a loop.
It's a bit
I'm
of an
like,
eyesore.
yeah. See, and I'm like, is it going to
Even
be
the
like that? when I
elbow
Look at it.
right there. Look at his elbow,
Yeah.
his left elbow right there. That's a weird,
Exactly.
some weird gappage going on there.
Those Omega
Yeah.
beams though are sick.
But in certain
yeah.
poses, like I think that looks badass right there.
Oh yeah.
I would probably totally get this, but I already have the Storm Collectibles and I have the Mezco and the DC Icons, so
Yeah.
I'm good on Dark Side. But this looks excellent.
Yeah. I'll wait till somebody else. I'm sure Mayfix will come out with a Dark Side. I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Man, that would be cool. I hope Mayfix does Doomsday too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doomsday.
I mean, it's not going to be hard to top the Doomsday that came out by DC Universe, but if they did, I think I'd be all in it. I would be all in it. I don't think we talked about Luke, but we didn't see. Like, I didn't see. We didn't have the picture of him holding
Gogurt
in R2D2.
Yeah, I had to pre-order this.
You had to.
I don't blame you. I don't blame. Look, I can't blame you on this one. I would have pre-ordered it too if I am a Luke fan, but
I mean, I was out at SHF, but the Boba Fett that we looked at earlier brought me back in, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need this Luke. Even though he does have that PS3 CGI Luke face, like, still, it's Luke.
Luke, I'm your. Oh man, I ain't your brother, Luke. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to you, buddy. Did somebody hit you with a train, buddy?
I don't know.
But
It's just like I think this is one of the greatest Star Wars scenes ever.
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean, why would I want to get like another Jedi Luke figure, which is supposed to look like a mediocre CGI face on it?
Well, to be fair, a lot of SHF is kind of rough. Sometimes they get it spot on, but
the actual reference that you're working off of is, mediocre at best. It's like it was passable, but to make like I just don't get like all these figures. Like even Hot Toys is doing one, and I'm like, pass. Well, I mean, I have a Jedi Luke already, which is what the CGI should have looked like, maybe with a shorter haircut. I don't know.
Like they should just deal
It
with
seems
everybody
like double
said.
dipping, and when you can just, I don't know.
They should just call Sebastian. Hey, Sebastian, can you stop filming for a second? We just need you for one scene. One scene. That's it. Just
look,
I think that would have been the perfect opportunity, and I think we even talked about this like right after the episode came out. That to me was the perfect opportunity for Sebastian, what's his name, to be introduced as Luke.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had to get it as close to Mark Hamill as possible. I can see that it's CG, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it had to be Mark Hamill's face the first time he's actually back, like the Luke.
Because I don't send him out on
I don't count
proper terms, not so people don't remember him for like the sequel trilogy. You mean?
Yes.
Throw this lightsaber away. Yeah.
Because if they would have had Sebastian Stan, he looks a lot like Mark Hamill did, right? But they really wanted to bring back Luke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know what? What's to stop them from updating that as technology gets better?
They'll Hold on, you know, like they did with the other Star Wars films. Don't worry, they'll go back and re-CGI it all up. You'll have Han
The
stepping
special
on
edition
Jabba,
Mandalorian season 3.
I mean,
now let's have Han stepping on Jabba's tail for the umpteenth time. Like Jabba has 2 tails now, so
They're
Han
gonna
stepping on
add
both
in.
of them.
They're gonna add in a Cantina member in the background.
Yes.
they've already they've already changed stuff in Mando.
Oh, did
No.
they?
Had they really?
You remember Gene's guy?
Yes.
Like
Yes,
the grip, the grip that was in the background.
Oh, he was in the shot. Yeah. But that was
He was in the shot for like 3 days, and they went back and took him out.
right.
Yes.
But that's
Yeah.
different. I'm talking about.
No, it's not different.
It
Because
is different. It's
No,
totally different.
it's showing that they'll do it. They'll go back and change stuff just like George Lucas did in 1997.
Okay, if Pablo Pascal gets fired tomorrow, and they replace his face in the prior seasons with the new actor, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the extra or with the hand.
But we're not replacing Mark Hamill's face. We're just making it better.
Right. I understand what you're saying. No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what I think. That's what we're saying. Because we're agreeing with you. But the part is like, well, why don't we add this extra character here in the background to make this a little bit more realistic? And that's when it gets start getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I also think it's time to move on, guys. It's like these actors, the original trilogy actors, are not getting any younger. And we either don't revisit the Skywalker characters, or we move on and start casting. That's why I have a little bit of respect for the Solo movie, because at least they had the balls to cast a new guy. Like they should have cast the other guy that played Harrison Ford in that movie that he was in, but at least they had the gumption to like cast a new Han Solo.
Yes. So I agree with you. At this point, like until CG is so good it's indistinguishable, do Sebastian Stan from here on out.
Right.
But I'm saying that first time the real Luke is back.
I feel you, yeah.
I think it had to be Mark Hamill. And I think that's why it hit people so hard. That's why that episode... that was the biggest moment in Star Wars since... what? I guess Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Episode 1 came out before everyone actually got this.
Yeah.
Probably.
Annie.
Robot chicken.
Yeah. If they're going to do Luke, sure, Sebastian Stan. He already said he'd do it. He's like, yeah, I'd do it.
And it's just for me anyways, just speaking for myself, I don't think it's just because he has a resemblance to Mark Hamill. I think it's because he has like that Marvel Disney pedigree, action pedigree, like he's
a fine actor.
Sure. He's a pretty good actor too.
Yeah. You know what is funny? If you rewatch like most of Law and Order: Criminal Intent, you'll see half of the MCU in there.
Oh yeah,
Berthol, Sebastian Stan. I just watched the one with Anthony Mackie in there. I'm like, dude, like you got Vincent D'Onofrio who's Kingpin. Like you got half of most of the Marvel like the MCU in Criminal Intent. Like wow, like you look at it like, damn, ain't that? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Look at the younger version of this dude. Like, look at how young he is.
Yeah.
And Anthony Mackie, he looked like he could pull off some great acting at that point. You're like, okay, it's Anthony Mackie. Like, it's Anthony. But then you like watching that, like, man, Anthony Mackie, you growing up. Look at you. You look so adult now.
Toy Malarkey said they won't let go of the Skywalker story because Star Wars fans won't let go. I mean, there's a reason.
Yeah. That's what they grew up.
There's a reason why George Lucas's characters have stuck with us for over 40 years.
Right. I mean, come out with stuff that's just as memorable as the stuff that Lucas did, and then we will move on for the most part.
Yeah.
And I love the prequels. I've said that before. But they didn't even they didn't leave. And you guys know they didn't leave like the lasting nostalgia that the original trilogy.
No, they left a lasting rotten taste in my mouth.
Hey,
I think Revenge of the Sith is
not the prequels. No,
I'm talking about.
I like the prequels. I thought you were talking about sequels.
No, the prequels.
Yeah, the prequels.
So you were saying with Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. I think was like one of the ones that made the most lasting effect because everybody's like, "Is he really gonna cut all these kids down?"
Yeah, well, it seems to be of the three that is the most the people like the most. The fans
Yeah,
love
because it's the most action heavy. Everything else is like Senate heavy story. Like, come on. I'm like, I'm not
love
a
it.
Senate person. I'm not
I love
governor.
it. Give me intergalactic politics. I'll take it.
See, and this is, you know why? You're the one who liked the episode of The Simpsons where they go to see the movie and he busts and walks in. He's like, hold on, this is a galactic Senate. We will go on with this, and they keep going on and
Dude,
on.
I
on
am
with
one
it.
of the few that ranks Episode 1 and like my top 3 favorite Star Wars movies.
That's incorrect.
Dude, I love it. I don't
That's
care
a
what
bad
you say.
opinion.
It not only is it one of my favorite Star Wars movies, but it is the greatest movie theater going experience I've ever had in my life. I camped out all night. The crowd, it was like a freaking wrestling event, rock event crowd.
I will say,
It was amazing, man. Dude,
I will agree with you about the experience. Absolutely, 100%.
the greatest
I
experience.
waited in line. That was before tickets on the internet.
Right. Yeah.
I waited in line for 12 hours to get tickets.
Dude,
to
I
that
waited
movie.
in line for like 36 hours.
And full confession, if my mom was watching, yes, I skipped school to go get tickets to that movie.
Yeah, that's right, Josh Lambert. Pod racing, the greatest lightsaber duel in all of the films.
Great lightsaber duel. I mean, still, dude, the originals, all the originals are better than all the prequels.
They are.
What
But
was it?
yeah, I love the prequels.
Tech Click, we're about to. I'm about to cancel you as a guest host on as co-host on the show. Infinity Creator. He said, "I want an entire Senate of the Black Series." No, no.
The pod racing line.
He's gonna have to get the 3D printing because they're not doing that.
Right. They'll be sitting up there with all the Rey Skywalkers and all the other ones just sitting on that shelf.
You don't think that if they made like a 2-pack of like 2 of the pod racing drivers, that it would? You think it would be peg warmers?
No.
Well, that's
maybe they would, but you know what? Yeah. You know what the Black Series is star for is aliens, so they probably sell pretty well. Dude, I would love pod racers.
But this is how to gauge it. With the vintage collection, if Annie sells well, they may make a 6-inch one.
He did. The 3 3/4, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
He sold. I mean, that entire vintage collection sold.
Okay, hold on. I got to address Pointless. That's his actual username. He said the thing is, kids that are growing up on episode 7 and 8 will be looking back at them the same way we look at the prequels and the originals.
No.
Man, in my experience, I highly disagree because my 11-year-old doesn't like them. And I have tried hard not to influence him. If he likes him, he likes him. He doesn't like him. And I don't know any of his friends that are even into Star Wars. And if they are, it's all about the original trilogy, baby.
Well, I mean, younger people, kids, Clone Wars. That's their link to Star Wars.
Yeah.
But even those kids, they're grown now. The Clone Wars started 12 years ago.
Yeah. But he's talking about the sequel trilogy.
Ago.
So, like, if you're like 8-10 years old in the last, in 2015, I mean, I can't tell you what other franchise was around at that time, which is more popular. Probably the MCU stuff. People are going to be more attached to the MCU stuff that were kids at 5 years ago, 7 years ago, than they are to Star Wars, because kids don't have that connection to Star Wars that we have, or even the prequel era kids have.
I think it depends on when you show it to them. I think if you show them the original trilogy and then show them the rest, I think that's. I'm not saying that's how it's going. I would think as if I was doing it, I'll show my kid the original trilogy, the prequels, and then the sequels. I'll show them in the order that I watched it in, and I'm like, you tell me what nonsense that you love. I'm sorry, which Christian one do you love? Because if you don't say original, I'm sorry, I'm going to disown you.
Well, that's you, because you would be a smart dad, but that's not what's being shoved in front of their face in the last 7 years. What's being shoved in front of their face is like the stuff that's out at the movies at that moment, what's on TV at that moment. So we're talking sequels, we're talking Rebels, we're talking, Mandalorian.
The sequel characters are paper thin. You can't relate to any of those characters. I mean, they're not well written. It's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, it has to. The quality of the movies will be what keeps that nostalgia and on those kids' minds. And it's not. It's like the quality of those movies is not good enough.
It doesn't
to resonate the way that the original and even the prequels did.
It has no heart.
No, because look at
those movies have no heart.
Finn,
Like
yo,
they
Finn was the
thought
biggest fake out.
they thought they could they thought they could bring back TIE fighters and the Millennium Falcon, and everyone would just be in love.
Yeah.
But they forgot that Star Wars, at its core, is about characters. It's about family. That's why everyone connects with Star Wars. It's not TIE fighters, man. It's not.
No. Tyler says it best. Retro Blasting said it best. Disney brought franchises that attracted males just to turn into a Disney princess factory.
Well, I don't like to ish on Star Wars too much because I think a lot of times people forget that The Mandalorian is also coming out during this Kathleen Kennedy Disney reign. So, which she has no involvement in,
Right.
but it's not all bad. There's still a
No.
trickling
No.
of some good content out there coming out of
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No, my disappointment almost lies solely with the sequels. Like even Solo, I don't love it. It's fine. Rogue One, I enjoy quite
It's
a
good
bit.
movie. And listen, I was a fan of Force Awakens when it came out. I don't
Me
think
too.
it's aged well,
No.
but I think it did a good job of setting up questions. You know, like after
Yeah.
Force Awakens came out, people were all about like, what's Rey's relationship? Is she a Kenobi? What's Snoke all about? And then Last Jedi came out and ruined everything. But I mean, they got off to a pretty good start. It was a retelling of Episode 4, but at least there was enough meat on the bone to take it into Episodes 8 and 9, which were fumbled.
But see, that's George Lucas didn't do that. He didn't want to just go back and retell Episode 4. He told Episode 1.
Yeah, no, he wanted
And
to do the what do they call them? The oh god, what are they called? The ones? No, what are they called? The
Wills.
The wills.
But Episode 1's biggest fault isn't the story. It's the CGI, it's the acting, the cringy dialogue.
Are you an angel?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate
Lord.
sand.
Tui Slamo.
The story, I think the story and the characters you can still connect to.
Hey, he's a person. His name's Anakin.
My name is Anakin.
Everybody calls me Annie. No, I'm not calling you Annie. Dude, I'm not calling you no Annie. No, Anakin. Anakin.
So, yeah, Alex, I'm like you. I liked Force Awakens at first, too.
Yeah.
And then The Last Jedi came out, and I'm like, what's going on? What is this? They don't know what they're doing. Oh, they actually don't. They haven't answered anything. There's no outline.
I was so iffy on Force Awakens. Like I was kind of like on the fence with Force Awakens. I did not come out loving it. I didn't come out hating it. I'm just like
So I think The Last Jedi. So Force Awakens did have its detractors. There's definitely people like Jeff Hicks.
At the time, for sure. Yep.
They did not like it. I think the majority of people are like, "Oh, cool, I'm in." Like, what's going to happen? And The Last Jedi, it proved that there was no plan. It answered nothing.
Yep. And
there was no payoff.
What's great?
And
I'm sorry. You know what's great that there are no plans for is Rian Johnson's trilogy.
Look, if Rian Johnson was doing Star Wars like 1,000 years past the original trilogy, maybe it'd be okay.
right.
But you can't take legacy characters and destroy them like that. Everyone's going to hate you.
You can see that everybody was on like a different script. Like, yo,
Yeah.
what are you writing? Okay, I'm gonna write this. What? That doesn't go with our story. That you're not part of. It's like if you're on that team project in college. Like, all right, you got your part, you do your part, you do, and I'll do my part. All right, come back together. 2 people are together. I'm like, so what you write? Well, I did this. That's not what we asked you to do. Well, too late. Project day, it's due. Fuck it, let's go with it.
Yeah.
Man, how did we get so off track here? With
I don't
Star
know,
Wars?
but
It was good though. It was good.
Yeah. I mean, here we are, like however many years later removed from those films, and we're still talking about it for like the wrong reasons. Yeah. It's like Last Jedi and like that Ghostbusters film are like, to me, will always be connected to like the really bad stuff of like the 2000 teens.
look, I don't know. But like everybody hated that Ghostbusters. I have no.
It's
I don't know.
extremely divisive, Don. Whether you liked
I
it or
know
not, that film and
that. Yeah,
Last Jedi will always be held up as like
yeah.
the bad stuff, the not good stuff of the movies.
Well,
So,
if you want proof that most people hated Last Jedi, all you gotta do is watch Rise of Skywalker.
no. If I was JJ, I would be so pissed off, which I'm sure he is and was at the time.
Oh, I
It's
would.
like
I would.
he took everything that he did in The Force Awakens, just like, no, I don't want to do this.
I think his Star Wars movies prove that he's a hack.
Who,
Yeah.
JJ?
JJ,
Yeah, I never
he's a hack,
like.
and he's about to destroy DC.
Oh yeah, what's he working on?
He's working. They put him at the head. He's like the Kevin Feige of DC movies.
Oh no way, really?
Yeah.
Man, I never saw it. I mean, I never watched Lost. A former friend of mine recommended Super 8, and I watched it. I was like, big deal. And like the Star Trek movies, I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I never saw it, but like I said, Force Awakens okay, but bleh. Since
Super 8
then-
was kind of Super 8 was there. But
exactly.
we got super chat from Robert Diaz. Thank you very much. They did not write all 3 sequel trilogies at the same time. They lost the original writer for the Rise of Skywalker over it. Correct. Yeah.
And-
Hey, the OT and the prequels weren't all written at the same time either. George wrote them as he went.
No,
Yeah.
but the good stuff that came out during the Disney era of Star Wars, which I think you guys are kind of missing, is Rogue One and Force Awakens. Let's just say it was okay for now. Were co-written and or completely written by Lawrence Kasdan, who also co-wrote the script for Empire. So it's like, for me, Lawrence Kasdan, anything that he touches in Star Wars is gold. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
I know who Lawrence Kasdan is. Yeah.
No, I'm saying I know because you freaking know everything about Star Wars, but I'm saying for people that don't.
I think one of the things that really made Empire good, what the best decision was getting Irvin Kershner to direct it.
Yeah, because he took
But anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that filled it up. The last messages that we had.
How did we get on Star Wars?
I forget how we got on the nonsense.
it started with Boba Fett and then Luke, and then we just started ranting.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I did. I will say this. I did finish the Bounty Hunter story. So they did rectify. Like, it came all around to
The Darth Vader thing, where you're like, he bids, or not that he bids, but he just comes in and takes the carbonite thing. Okay.
Yes. So it was all ploy to draw out Luke Skywalker to him. And Luke shows up, and they just get into, like, it cuts them. They're like in space, like fighting in the ships.
But Dante, it's okay.
Hold on, no, wait a minute. It gets even better. Hold on. It gets wilder from here. It can only get wilder from here in the Marvel book. So it goes from there, and then it cuts back to where they're putting Han Solo on the Imperial ship. Boba Fett and Valance, I forget how you say his name, are on the ship, and they're like, "All right, we're going to get them, and we're going to get out of here." Boba Fett betrays Valance. Somehow, the Crimson Dawn get the Millennium Falcon on the ship, and they help them try to get Han Solo back. They get to him. They lose him due to Boba Fett interfering. Boba Fett blows a hole in the ship. There goes Han Solo out in space. He wraps a cord around him and is falling to the planet with Han Solo's carbonated body.
I'm done.
It just sounds like trying to wedge in more stories in between the original trilogy stuff.
I'm done. Like, at that point, and then it shows like, Boba Fett.
So now Luke and Darth Vader met each other again in the comics?
Yes. And this,
I mean,
Vader,
I thought the last time they saw each other was when they had that huge fight in Cloud City.
Supposedly.
When Cloud City to when he turns himself in on Endor.
But this is the thing.
To me, that's when.
But this is where it gets crazy, because it's like Darth Vader's like, I know you're not a full-flown, you're not in tune with the Force. You're not fully in tune with the Force. You're not a full Jedi yet. So he sensed that in him. He says that to him during like when they're chasing each other in space. But Darth Vader gets pulled back because he said the only time to bother me is if the Emperor has something to say, it has commands. And that's when they call him like, yeah, well, we called the Emperor and he said, come back because we need some help because the Hutts are attacking us. So basically Vader goes and kills all the rest of the Hutts except for Jabba because he did not start the attack on the Imperial ship.
All right.
Yeah. And then that's how Han Solo becomes part of Jabba the Hutt's collection because he finally delivers them.
I mean, Boba Fett could have just delivered them, and that was the end of it.
No, but that was a problem. Boba Fett was being hunted because Jabba put a bounty on him.
All right.
Yeah. I told you. It just got wild. It was wild all over the place. It was like the Crimson Dawn is back. It's just nuts. It was all nonsense. Yeah. It was all nonsense.
Venger78 says we need a Star Wars special stream. It would be great. Oh, I'm down if Ryan would have to take the lead on that since he's the Star Wars.
I mean, it's got to be. We got to narrow it down.
Yeah. No, let's cover the whole thing.
Lord have mercy. Good Lord. No,
let's start with American Graffiti and George Lucas's life at the time.
No, the Flash Gordon serials were really
Flash. Yeah. And we'll end at the point where George Lucas said in that interview, I sold my children to white slavers. To that 60 Minutes interview, he was mad. Oh, that guy got so salty. And I sympathize with him, but it's like, dude, you got $4 billion. Right. I mean,
I'm sure you're not really trying that bad.
He has a look on his face of regret.
Yeah.
Great.
Because you know what? Money doesn't bring happiness. No. Star Wars does.
Yeah. Yeah. That was your baby. But you messed it up in them first 3 movies, and people were like, nah, son, you got to. That's what, people were like, yo, George, what's going on here, George? Greg says, Dante, what is the plan with the Book of Boba Fett talk? Is it every week or do it end of the book every special? Week. I don't know.
I think. Choppa Chowa.
We can see. I forget when does it start. Next week?
No, the 29th. So 29th. A few weeks. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Hawkeye's good. Guys, Hawkeye is good. I can't believe it.
Maybe.
I'm sucked into the show. It's great. So don't miss that. If you haven't watched it yet, because you're like, everything else on Disney Plus sucks, check out Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is great.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it very much.
Bye, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
He's back.
All right, folks. We're at 10 o'clock time. It's time for some AEW Rampage. So Alex and Marty can watch the whole fight.
I don't even know what's going on.
Where Dustin Hoffman comes in and he starts fighting everybody.
Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, Hook.
Oh. Dustin Hoffman.
Oh my goodness.
Like the actor?
All right, folks, we're getting out of here.
I get it now. Did you get it, Ryan? You didn't get it, Ryan. No, you did not.
No, I didn't get it, but I knew there was a joke there.
Yes.
Well, Alex.
So Hook.
Alex.
Remember Hook with he was Hook in the Peter Pan movie.
Yes, I get it now.
Yes. So Hook.
You're so funny.
Okay. Good Lord, have mercy.
Peter Pan. He has buck teeth.
It's a terrible Spielberg movie.
I loved it.
Yo, that's
you don't like Hook?
Movie.
I don't like Rufio. I think Rufio is the most. I think he's the most annoying Peter Pan.
Come on,
ever.
When he comes like Rufio. All right,
that
folks,
actor,
we're out of here. We're gonna be looking for 2 new co-hosts soon.
No, that actor that played him throughout the early '90s, he always played like the bully kid. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I didn't like him because he was a bully.
You know what? Yeah, actually, what it is you have bad taste. That's it.
No.
There you go.
Oh, well, I like you. What does that say about me?
Bad taste. Prove my point.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey, I'm a toxic man child. You should not like me.
There you go.
I like.
That's what the internet tells me.
I like kids. Even if they're toxic.
All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up and get out of here. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Anything else we got to plug before we get out of here, gentlemen?
Real quick. Just want to say thank you to Tony for sending this to me all the way from down under. Sent me the Coleco Rambo Defender with Rambo. It's awesome. And check out Unboxing Art Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'll be on with him. We're going to be opening up some Mezco figures.
For me, the only thing I can think of is RIP to the original NES and SNES creator, Masayuki Uemura, who died at 78 yesterday or the day before, I think. So RIP to that guy, because that guy helped shape a lot of kids' imaginations in the 80s and 90s. So,
yep.
I found out today Demarius Thomas passed away. He was only 34 years
Who
old.
did?
Demarius Thomas used to play for the Broncos. Passed away.
Oh,
only
really?
34 years old. Yeah. Only he. No, they said he was going to be 34 on Christmas Day. So just be careful out there, folks. Just be careful. Don't forget, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, it'll be another Infinity Creators episode with me and Tech Collect. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right.
All right. And then for those who are going to see Spider-Man, Joy, I'll be seeing it Saturday early.
Does it come out today?
Next week.
Oh, next week. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to see it next Saturday early.
Oh, you're gonna be gone, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next, you guys are doing a show next Friday, right?
Yeah, I guess so. He just said that.
Well, I mean,
you might need to call up Jay Hernandez. I got tickets for Spider-Man. I thought we were.
No, I don't blame you. Nah. Right. I'm seeing it. That's why I say I go Saturday morning, because nobody can get their kids up in time at 10 o'clock. And only people who really get up early is the ones who just either don't wash up before they get up early that time and decide to just go out to the movie theater.
Is it going to be packed Friday night, Ryan? No, I mean for Ryan when he go, because you're going Friday night. You said right?
Maybe, but we got the big seats, the big recliner, so you got space, man.
No, I mean I just want to know if the theater is there's going to be a lot of people there, or is it pretty?
When I bought tickets, I bought tickets like a week ago, and there was only 3 seats in the whole theater sold.
Yeah, I don't think people are going back to theaters like that just yet. It's been iffy. It's really been iffy.
I have not been to the theater since the pandemic.
I think last time I've been to, I think it was, what was I see? Did I see Tenet? Or something? Whatever I seen, I don't remember what I seen. I think it was Tenet because I couldn't hear it. The audio was horrible on it.
Yeah. One more thing before we go. I have to say, thanks to Greg Fenstad for sending me a link to watch Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Hey, trying to get us in trouble.
It was like kind of the same as the first, I didn't love it, but it was like I'm glad I didn't pay to see it in the theater.
All right, Laser Bay. I didn't know you were.
I agree with
Lapster.
Lapster.
I watched it on Plex. It's a sharing server. I am not gonna lie. Plex is great. You share it with somebody who posts stuff on it.
You've been breaking them off for a while.
I'm not breaking any laws technically. I just finished.
I know
No Time to Die.
It's a workaround. Yes, I know how it works.
It is. It's a great workaround. But I did finish watching No Time to Die, and it was very well done. It was a fitting ending to James Bond. It was on Laserdisc. Good Lord. All right, folks, we're getting out of here. We'll talk to y'all probably next week. Stay safe. Have a good time. If you go see Spider-Man, enjoy. It's not one of the ones I'm really super excited. Yeah. It's time for to see Hookity Hook. Night, folks.